Can you all see page number 19 in your screen, students? Okay. Now, yesterday we learned about the kingdoms of North India, and today also we are going to continue the same. We know that after the death of Harshvardhan, all the whole of the North India was divided into smaller kingdoms which were declared independent by the feudal lords or by the Samant, and so this system is known as Samant Shahi or feudalism. Okay, and under feudalism, the Samant or the feudal lords who were in charge of a particular area, they themselves became the king and started the new dynasties. And as a result, whole of India was disintegrated into smaller kingdoms. And for the sake of convenience, for making it easier, what the historians have done, they have divided all these kingdoms into two broad parts: the Rajput kingdoms of North India and the Rajput kingdoms of South India. Now, first we were learning about the kingdoms of North India, where we learned about the Parmar dynasty. I'm talking about yesterday. Okay, we learned about the Parmar dynasty and the which was the other dynasty which we learned? Bhoj. It's Raja Bhoj. Okay, so we learned about the Parmar dynasty and the Chalukyas and the Rashtrakutas, which actually belong to the south of India. जो कि हम साउथ इंडिया के टाइम पढ़ेंगे. Okay, still we have some more information about the kingdoms of North India itself. Now, Raja Bhoj, King Bhoj, we had already learned yesterday that he was not only a ruler but he was a great poet also. He himself wrote many books, he himself wrote many poems, and he also supported, he gave a lot of patronage to the scholars in his kingdom. Okay, so this is what we learned yesterday. Any doubts up till now? Anybody? Any doubt? Shall we continue in the next page? Okay, now you can see some information is given to us. It is said that Raja Bhoj, 1016 to 1053. So how many years? Calculate and tell me. 16 to 53. I'm waiting for your reply. Yes, so it makes 37 years. So it is said that Raja Bhoj suffered from brain tumor in his early age. Have you heard about brain tumor? Okay, it is a disease, or you can say there is a swelling in your brain. जैसे हम गांठ बोलते हैं ना, in your brain there is a गांठ, a swelling. And this, now we are talking about, check the years, 1016 to 1053. अभी कौन सा year चल रहा है? Yes, the current year is 2021. And we are talking about 1016. So how many years before we are talking about? Calculate and tell me. How many years? It's approximately more than 1000 years. 1000 से थोड़ा ज़्यादा. But 1000 तो है ही. Right? Now just imagine brain tumor, which is a very serious disease. Even today there are patients who cannot survive brain tumor. Okay? Just wait beta. But we are talking about 1000 years before. उस टाइम पे क्या हुआ था, that Raja Bhoj was suffering from this brain tumor in his early age when he was young. In the early 10th century, he was operated on by two brothers from Ujjaini. There were two brothers, doctors. Doctors तो नहीं बोल सकते, but वैद्य. Okay, वो वैद्य थे. You know who is a वैद्य? Yes. So there were two brothers. Okay, वैद्य थे. They operated on Raja Bhoj. They conducted an operation who sent him into a controlled coma using a medicine called Sammohini. You know what is coma? Patient coma में चला गया, हमने बहुत सारे movies में देखा है ना? What happens when the patient goes in the coma? His heart is working, heartbeats चल रहे, but his brain does not have any senses. You might be knowing that whole of the body get all the orders, all the messages from brain. ये पढ़ा है आपने साइंस में? Yes. So when the brain stops working but the heartbeats are still going on, तो उसको बोल दे कॉमा. You don't know, you just lie on bed. Okay? But उस टाइम पे ये जो डॉक्टर्स थे, two brothers, they intentionally sent Raja Bhoj into a coma condition by giving them a medicine called Sammohini. आयुर्वेदिक जड़ी बूटी. अब उस टाइम पे कोई क्लोरोफॉर्म या एनेस्थेसिया तो था नहीं कि वो पेशेंट को इंजेक्ट करके सेंसलेस या अनकॉन्शियस कर दे, है ना? तो देर वॉज अ मेडिसिन नोन एज सम्मोहिनी, जो कि ट्रीज में से, प्लांट में से, जड़ी बूटी में से बनते हैं. ओके, तो these brothers, they gave Sammohini medicine to Raja Bhoj. They intentionally sent him to the coma condition. Then they operated his brain. Brain के ऊपर operation किया and very successfully they removed the tumor. Now just imagine, we are talking about 1000 years. No electricity, no doctors, no machines, nothing. Read the sentence. They sent him into a controlled coma using a medicine called Sammohini. They then operated his skull and removed his tumor. Raja Bhoj survived this surgery and lived a healthy life later on. This is just for the information for you that there were so many advanced treatment in that period also. India was so much developed in that period. अभी हमें पता है कि बहुत सारी मेडिसिन, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, मशीन सब है, लेकिन उस टाइम पे टू ऑपरेट दिस थिंग दैट टू सक्सेसफुली इज अ वेरी ग्रेट अचीवमेंट. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? एनी डाउट्स? यस, राज वाज हैविंग द डाउट. बोलो राज. Okay, now some more information about North India itself. The rulers of the Pal dynasty and Sen dynasty ruled in Bihar and Bengal. अभी हम जा रहे हैं थोड़े, कल हमने क्या लर्न किया रिगार्डिंग द एरियाज इन मध्य प्रदेश. ओके, मध्य प्रदेश से थोड़ा राइट हैंड साइड जाएंगे, बिहार एंड बंगाल. तो Pal rulers ruled over Bengal and Sen rulers ruled over Bihar. The rulers of the Pal dynasty had added Pal to their names and so the dynasty was known as the Pal dynasty. Pal dynasty में जितने भी रूलर्स थे उनके नाम के पीछे पाल लगता था, जैसे हमारे नाम के पीछे कैसे सरनेम्स लगती है, राइट? तो उस टाइम पे भी उनके नाम पे के पीछे पाल लगता था, जैसे गोपाल, तेजपाल, वस्तुपाल, गोविंदपाल. Though because they added the word Pal behind their names, this dynasty was known as Pal dynasty. I hope you understand, all of you. Okay. With the help of your teacher and the library, find out more information about Pal dynasty. जो अभी मैंने बोला ना कि नाम के पीछे पाल लगता था. These are some of the examples. Okay. Many Rajput rulers of the Chauhan or Chahamna dynasty ruled over various parts of Rajasthan. अभी हम जा रहे हैं राजस्थान. Okay. First, yesterday we learned about the rulers of Madhya Pradesh. Today we learned about Bihar and Bengal. ये सभी नॉर्थ इंडिया में आते हैं, आपको पता होगा, right? Now let's move towards Rajasthan. Okay? Now let's see Rajasthan, फिर उसके बाद हम गुजरात में भी जाएंगे. These all rulers are in the north of India. Okay? Let's see. This is the paragraph, I think. Okay. So many Rajput rulers of the Chauhan or Chahamna dynasty ruled over various parts of Rajasthan during 7th and 8th century CE. Chauhans, they are also known as Chahamnas. Of them, one branch ruled over Sakambari, a place near Lake Sambar, which is to the north of Ajmer in the beginning of the 8th century. Okay, now suppose this is Rajasthan. Now उस टाइम पे राजस्थान नहीं था, राजस्थान में भी स्मॉल स्मॉल किंगडम्स है, राजस्थान जैसा कुछ था ही नहीं. बट ये एरिया की बात कर रहे वेयर देयर वाज वन शाकंभरी किंगडम, फिर एक अजमेर था, फिर एक मेवाड़ था, एक मारवाड़ था. दिस आर द किंगडम्स कि आज सबके सब राजस्थान के एरिया में आते हैं. ओके, तो हियर इन राजस्थान, आज का जो करंट राजस्थान है वहां पर देर इज लेक सांबर. एक लेक है राजस्थान में, लेक सांबर. उसके नॉर्थ में देर इज देर वॉज क्या बोल सकते, अ डायनेस्टी नोन एज शाकंभरी डायनेस्टी. और वहां पर शाकंभरी डायनेस्टी का जो एरिया है वहां पर एक किंग रूल करते थे जिसका नाम था अजय मेरू. व्हाट वाज द नेम ऑफ द किंग? अजय मेरू. ओके, और अजय मेरू ने यहाँ पर एक अपनी डायनेस्टी स्टार्ट की. एंड बिकॉज हिज नेम वॉज अजय मेरू, दिस प्लेस वॉज नोन एज अजमेर. You might be knowing Ajmer is a city in current Rajasthan. Have you heard about Ajmer? Yes. So this city Ajmer was established by a king known as Ajay Meru. और इसलिए उसको अजमेर बोला जाता है. Okay. Let's see. So one branch ruled over Shakambari, a place near Lake Sambar, which is to the north of Ajmer in the beginning of the 8th century. Ajay ascended the throne of Shakambari in the 12th century. He established the city Ajay Meru, which later came to be known as Ajmer. तो अजय मेरू का नाम बन गया अजमेर. This is in the Rajasthan. Now again there were some more rulers ruling, some more Rajput rulers ruling in north of India. अभी हम जाते हैं दिल्ली की तरफ. The rulers of the Chauhan dynasty captured Delhi, the capital of the Tomar kings, and established their supremacy. Now what happened? That the Chauhans were ruling in Rajasthan. Okay, now you know the location of Rajasthan and Delhi in the map of India. Suppose ये हमारा India है. Then this is Rajasthan and this is Delhi. ये तो आपको पता है ना? You know the location of the places. India का map you might have seen. Yes or no? Yes. So here the rulers were Chauhans and here the rulers were Tomar. Chauhan dynasty was ruling Rajasthan. Tomar dynasty was ruling Delhi. Now what happened? We know that the kings used to fight internally. उनके बीच में फाइटिंग्स होती रहती थी. So Chauhans attacked the Tomars and the Tomars were defeated. So now the area of Chauhan was this much. ये पूरा एरिया was now ruled by the Chauhans, जो कि ओरिजिनली राजस्थान में थे लेकिन दिल्ली तक पहुंच गए. Am I very clear, all of you? समझ में आ रहा है ना? नहीं, एट दैट टाइम दिल्ली वॉज नोन एज दिल्ली का. फिर दिल्ली का में से हो गया दिल्लिक एंड देन इट वॉज नोन एज दिल्ली. दिल्ली और फिर दिल्ली. ओके, वो भी आएगा, अभी हम लर्न करेंगे. So the rulers of Chauhan dynasty captured Delhi, the capital of Tomar kings, and established their supremacy. Supremacy मतलब their power. Prithviraj III or Raj Pithora was a powerful ruler of Chauhan dynasty. You all have heard the name of Prithviraj Chauhan? Yes. You have heard the name of Prithviraj Chauhan? No, then it is very bad. पृथ्वीराज चौहान इज अ वेरी फेमस किंग और उनकी बहुत सारी स्टोरीज है विच टेल यू अबाउट द ब्रेवरी ऑफ द किंग. किसी ने नहीं सुना है? एनीबडी हु हैज हर्ड नेम? किसने सुना है? चलो बताओ. स्टोरी के बारे में नहीं बोल रही, सिर्फ नाम सुना है कि नहीं? ओके, नाम सुना है तो नाम में बोल रही हूँ. नाम, बाकी इंफॉर्मेशन तो अभी मैं देने वाली हूँ. नाम सुना है ना आपने? ओके, सो पृथ्वीराज चौहान ही बिलोंग टू राजस्थान, अ फेमस रूलर. तो उनका ओरिजिनल नेम था राज पिथोरा. व्हाट वाज हिज ओरिजिनल नेम? राज पिथोड़ा. Then when he became the king, जब वो खुद राजा बन गए, तो he adopted the name पृथ्वीराज चौहान. And he was so brave, he was so courageous that from Rajasthan he reached to Delhi, and there he defeated the Tomar dynasty and captured Delhi under his power. ओके और उनके ऊपर एक बहुत ही बड़ा स्टोरी लिखा गया है, एपिक. एपिक मीन्स अ बिग स्टोरी, ओके, विच इज रिटन इन हिंदी बाय अ पोएट चांद बरदाई. तो हमें क्या याद रखना है, दैट अ हिंदी पोएट चांद बरदाई, he has written a book on Prithviraj Chauhan, the bravery of Prithviraj Chauhan. And the name of the book is Prithviraj Raso. What is the name of the book? Prithviraj Raso, and it is written in Hindi language. तो इतना आपको खास याद रखना है. The name of the poet is Chand Bardai. The story is on the bravery of Prithviraj Chauhan. Name of the book is Prithviraj Raso, and it is written in which language? Hindi language. Okay, am I very clear, students? Any doubts? Okay, let's do the reading part. Prithviraj III or Raj Pithoda was a powerful ruler of the Chauhan dynasty. He is unparalleled in the history of India. Unparalleled, मतलब उनके जैसा कोई है ही नहीं. No parallel at all. Many stories and folk songs have been written about his bravery on the battlefield. उन्हीं के बारे में जब पृथ्वीराज चौहान और महाराणा प्रताप का एक बड़ा सा फाइट है, बैटल ऑफ हल्दी घाटी बोला जाता है, उसके बारे में डिटेल में हम लोग लर्न करेंगे नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में. ये नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में डिटेल में दिया है, राइट. अभी सिर्फ इंट्रोडक्शन दिया है, डिटेल वी विल रीड इन दैट चैप्टर. Many stories and folk songs have been written about his bravery on the battlefield. Chand Bardai, a famous poet, जिसका भी हमने बात किया, has written about Prithviraj Chauhan's valor in his epic. Valor means bravery. Write the next meaning. Write the meaning valor. I have underlined the word valor, and the meaning is bravery. In his epic means a long story. जैसे रामायण महाभारत, रामायण महाभारत आर वेरी बिग बुक्स, है ना. स्टोरीज तो हमारे एसएस में भी है, आपके इंग्लिश हिंदी गुजराती में भी स्टोरीज आती है. बट व्हेन यू राइट अ लॉन्ग स्टोरी बेस्ड ऑन अ फुल लाइफ ऑफ अ पर्सन, इट इज नोन एज एपिक. ओके, सो राइट द नेक्स्ट मीनिंग. एपिक मीनिंग लॉन्ग स्टोरी. This will be your next meaning. Epic, a long story. Have you written, all of you? Have you written? Yes? We shall learn about the battle between Prithviraj Chauhan and Shahabuddin Muhammad Ghori later. जैसे मैंने बोला ना, he had fought many battles. So we are going to learn about his battles in the next chapters. Now we are going towards Gujarat. The Gohils or Gohils of Mewar, who were later known as the Sisodia Rajputs, hold a unique position in medieval history. Unique means a special position. Write the next meaning. Unique meaning special. Unique, special. Written? Then write it. Okay, so Gohils, first they were known as Gohils, later on they were known as Sisodia Rajputs, and they also have their special story. It is said that Bappa Rawal established this dynasty. There was a king known as Bappa Rawal who started the Sisodia dynasty. During the Rajput era, what is era? I think we've written the meaning previously also. Yes, period. So during the Rajput period, the Chedi dynasty ruled over Jabalpur, which is to the south of River Narmada in Madhya Pradesh. So there is one more dynasty known as Chedi dynasty, जो कि located in current Madhya Pradesh near River Narmada. It was known as the Chedi dynasty of Kalchuri with its capital as Tripuri, which is today known as Tewar. आज का नाम तेवार, पुराना नाम त्रिपुरी और डायनेस्टी का नाम था चेडी डायनेस्टी. एंड व्हाट वाज द नेम ऑफ द किंगडम? द कल्चूरी किंगडम. Okay. In the medieval era in Gujarat, the Rajput dynasties of the Chaudas, followed by the Solankis, ruled over Ahilwad Patan. Now you might be knowing that Patan is a place in Gujarat. Have you heard about Patan? सिद्धपुर पाटन बोलते हैं हम लोग. अच्छा, सिद्धपुर पाटन बोलते हैं वो पता है? Because there was a great king Siddharaj Jai Singh who ruled over that place. Okay, तो सिद्धराज जय सिंह की वजह से the place is also known as सिद्धपुर पाटन. Right? So at that time in Gujarat, तभी again as I told you गुजरात जैसा कुछ नहीं था. गुजरात में अलग अलग किंगडम्स थे. One of the kingdom was in पाटन और वहां पर पहले रूल करते थे चावड़ा डायनेस्टी, उनके बाद आए सोलंकी डायनेस्टी. ओके. There were many valiant rulers of this dynasty. Valiant, brave. Again, write the next meaning. Valiant meaning brave. So there were many brave rulers of this dynasty about whom we will study later. अभी गुजरात का जो राजपूत पीरियड है उसके बारे में स्पेशली एक पूरा चैप्टर है आगे इसी बुक में. सो दैट टाइम वी विल डिस्कस दिस ब्रीफली. अभी हमको सिर्फ इतना ही याद रखना है कि चावडास एंड द सोलंकीज रूल्ड ओवर गुजरात. Am I very clear, all of you? Okay. Any doubts in the kingdoms of North India? तो अभी साउथ की तरफ जाना है. चलो, पैक योर बैग्स, वी आर गोइंग टू साउथ ऑफ इंडिया. सो yes, so now just to wind up, how many dynasties did we learn in north of India? We learned about the Pratihars, we learned about Pals, Chalukyas, Parmars, Chauhans, Chedi dynasty, Solankis, Chaudas, etc. All these dynasties were in which part of India? All these dynasties in the north of India. Okay, and now we are going towards the south of India. Ready to go? Okay. During the Rajput era, many big and small states established in South India also. After the demise of Pulkeshi II, demise meaning death. Write the next meaning. Demise. And the meaning is death. अभी हमें तो पता ही है कि Pulkeshi II was a very great ruler in South India, and as soon as he died, the whole of South India was divided into many small kingdoms, right? So after the demise, that is death of Pulkeshi II, his vast empire disintegrated into smaller states. Disintegrated means divided. Right? The next meaning, disintegrated. And the meaning is divided. The reign of many rulers of the Chalukya dynasty is noteworthy. Reign, REIGN reign मतलब क्या? This region नहीं, reign. Meaning what? Rule, yes. So the rule of many rulers of Chalukya dynasty is noteworthy. Noteworthy is the next meaning. Noteworthy meaning important. Write the next meaning. Noteworthy meaning important. noteworthy, important. So South में the most important contribution comes from the Chalukya dynasty. Okay, Chalukya is very important. The kingdoms of Pallava and the Chola dynasties are also included in the south states of South India. मतलब पहले चालुक्य यहाँ पर, then Pallavas and Cholas. All these belong to the south of India. Okay. Narsi Varma was a strong ruler of the Pallav dynasty. The emperors of this dynasty were lovers of art and literature. Art तो शायद हमें पता ही है, drawing, painting. What do you mean by literature? Yes, very good. Yes. Right, the next meaning, literature meaning writing. मतलब they used to yes, they were the lovers of art and literature. मतलब drawing, painting, writing, stories, poems. All these were very important during that period in South India. The Kailashnath temple of Kachi is the best example of Pallav architecture. Even today, अगर आप कांची में जाओगे, कांची is a place in South India. If you go there, even today this Kailashnath temple is there. It is a Shiv temple, right? And it is a very beautiful construction made during the Pallav dynasty. अगर आपको याद है तो पुलकेशी 2 में हमने लर्न किया था that he was killed by the king of Kachi. याद आ रहा है? कांचीपुरम, right? तो उस टाइम पे कांचीपुरम was ruled by the Pallav kings and they had made a very beautiful temple of Kailashnath. Any doubts in the Pallav dynasty? Shall I turn the page? Yes. Here we have again some more information about the kings of South India itself. The Chola dynasty. First we learn about the Chalukyas, then the Pallavas, now come the Cholas. The Chola dynasty also ruled in the south. Tanjore was their capital. Tanjore was the capital of the Chola dynasty. The rulers of Chola dynasty attacked Ceylon. Ceylon, जिसको हम currently बोलते हैं श्रीलंका. The older name was Ceylon. The current name is Sri Lanka. So this will be your next. Actually meaning नहीं है, information है. सिलोन को लिखो और नीचे उसका मीनिंग तो नहीं, डैश करके लिखो करंट श्रीलंका. Now you know that there is a water body between India and Sri Lanka. You all have seen the map of India and we know that Sri Lanka is to the south of India. है ना, वो देखा है ना आपने? Yes. So the kings of Chola dynasty वो इंटरनली तो फाइट करते ही थे, बट वाटर बॉडी को क्रॉस करके सिलोन तक पहुंच गए और वहां के रूलर्स को भी अटैक करके डिफीट कर दिया. समझ में आ रहा है? द रूलर्स ऑफ द चोला डायनेस्टी अटैक सिलोन एंड एनेक्स्ड मेनी टेरिटरीज. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय एनेक्स्ड? ये भी शायद हमने लिखा है पहले. एनेक्स मीन्स have you written the meaning previously? नहीं, वो तो ascended है. ठीक है, चलो अभी लिख लो, कोई बात नहीं. The new meaning. Annexed meaning captured. None of this better. It is disturbing. Annexed meaning captured. TA माइक बंद कर दो. TA ओके, ठीक है चलो. So you will write Ceylon, that is current Sri Lanka. Annex means captured. Okay. So the rulers of Chola dynasty attacked Ceylon and captured many territories. The Cholas had a powerful navy, because of which they could attack countries even across the sea. Now what is this navy? Sorry? आर्मी विच फाइट, आर्मी अलग होता है, इट इज आर्मी नेवी एंड एयरफोर्स। आर्मी नेवी एयरफोर्स तीनों में सोल्जर्स होते हैं, राइट। बट आर्मी के सोल्जर्स दे फाइट ऑन लैंड, नेवी सोल्जर्स फाइट इन वाटर, एंड एयरफोर्स सोल्जर्स फाइट ऑन एयर। ओके, सो यू माइट बी नोइंग इंडिया का जो डिफेंस है, इन इंडियन डिफेंस वी हैव थ्री पार्ट्स, आर्मी नेवी एयरफोर्स। आर्मी मतलब लैंड, नेवी वाटर, एयरफोर्स एयर। तो यहाँ पर बात किया है अबाउट नेवी। चोला किंग्स हैड अ वेरी पावरफुल नेवी, मीन्स दे न्यू द टेक्निक हाउ टू फाइट इन वाटर्स। शिप में बैठे बैठे, बोट में बैठे बैठे कैसे अटैक करते हैं, दे वर वेरी मच ट्रेन्ड। Okay, and due to this they could attack countries even across the sea. Raj Raja one adopted a very systematic way of administration in his state. He started with the measurement of land and local self government. Local self government, I think we learnt in civics, आपको याद आ रहा है? Our government has three levels. Central government works at the national level, state government at state level, and local government which works at the city, town and village level, है ना। तो ये तो अभी हमारा करंट सिचुएशन है। बट राज राजा वन हु बिलोंग टू द चोला डायनेस्टी, उसने क्या किया था उस टाइम पे, ही हैड द लोकल गवर्नमेंट, मतलब उसने अपने पूरे किंगडम को लोकल गवर्नमेंट से एडमिनिस्टर करना स्टार्ट किया, ड्यू टू विच द वर्क, द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन वेंट ऑन वेरी स्मूथ, एंड ही ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड मेजरमेंट ऑफ लैंड। Now you know that the kings collected revenue, वो लोग फार्मर से रेवेन्यू लेते थे, है ना। तो बाकी के किंग्स क्या करते थे, देयर वाज अ कॉमन रूल कि दिस ईयर एवरीबडी हैज टू पे 5% रेवेन्यू, मतलब आपकी जितनी भी इनकम है उसका 5% आप किंग को देंगे। बट व्हाट वाज द सिस्टम ऑफ राज राजा, ही विल मेजर द लैंड। इफ यू हैव अ बिग लैंड, इफ यू हैव अ फर्टाइल लैंड, यू विल पे मोर रेवेन्यू। और जो फार्मर्स बेचारे गरीब है, उसके पास छोटी सी लैंड है और लैंड बहुत फर्टाइल भी नहीं है, तो दोज फार्मर्स वर गिवन बेनिफिट्स दैट यू विल हैव टू पे नेस टैक्स। समझ में आ रहा है? एम आई क्लियर ऑल ऑफ यू? यस, राइट। सो राज राजा वॉज अ वेरी क्लेवर किंग। उसके टाइम पे लैंड वॉज मेजर्ड ऑल्सो एंड लोकल सेल्फ वॉज ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड। ये दो चीजें न्यूली स्टार्ट हुई थी ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ राज राजा। Am I very clear, students? Okay, now we still have some more information about the Rashtrakuta, Chera and Pandya dynasty, but this we'll do tomorrow. Okay, some more kingdoms of South India we will learn tomorrow. Any doubts up to now? Anybody? Shall we end the lecture? Shall we end the meet, beta? Okay, chalo, bye bye. Have a nice day.